What is up, you guys? It's your spiritual fairy godmother, and I am back. Okay, except for I'm not back with another read. I am back with a Prayers of a Lightworker episode. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Today's topic is going to be, y'all, is there a perfect partner? Okay, ain't no real specific reason. I guess, yeah, it is a specific reason that I wanted to talk about this topic, but yeah, so basically, and this is one of those videos where I really do need y'all opinion. This is not just me talking. This is not like, I need advice. I need help. Okay, like, yeah. So, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I guess I'll tell y'all kind of how I came up with this topic. So, I guess dating this guy, and actually, let me take it back. Not dating this guy, friends with this guy, and we got to having a conversation about having a conversation. It sounds weird, I know, but that kind of led up to, we had a conversation about the conversation we need to have. So the conversation didn't happen yet. But after we had to talk about having a conversation, it made me think, like, okay, well, what the fuck do I need to bring up in this motherfucking conversation? Because what's up? Like, what's up? So, I don't even really know where to start for real. Like, I just really don't. But, okay, so I kind of feel like I'm scared to date. Like, I am really, really scared today. I'm really scared to, like, put myself out there and try something with somebody. Like, I take y'all pretty much through everything with me. I take y'all through the motions, and we learn and we growing together. So, I actually tried dating a while ago, and I'm just gonna say it didn't work out. It didn't work out, but for whatever reasons, it didn't work out. But I felt like in the moment, like, I was the problem. Like, dang, like, I'm going through this, or I'm always emotional, or I'm always snapping on somebody, or I'm always da-da-da. And it made me feel some type of way about myself. Like, it made me reassess myself, like, reevaluate myself. Like, okay, shit, I wouldn't want to be ready for a relationship with me either. Fast forward, bitch, I don't feel like that no more, because you knew what the fuck it was when you decided you wanted to talk to me. Like, period. You sitting here, you watching my social media. You know I'm on here crying. You know I'm on here emotional. I'm on here snapping and saying that I'm sad. You know all about the miscarriages. You know I'm emotional. Like, I done told you about the multiple personalities, all this shit. So it took me a while to kind of, like, get myself back together after dating him. So I'm like, dang, like, this is really what dating is like. Like, I done gave this person, like, me. Like, I done told him some shit, like, damn, like, I done kind of opened. I guess the word would be vulnerable. Like, I was vulnerable with somebody. And that was the first man I was vulnerable with, or, like, had set up and touched, like, sit next to, felt like, it was just like, it was like culture shock. Like, you go from this person to this person, and it wasn't just because me and my nigga broke up. It was because my nigga passed away. So for me, it was like, I ended up having a panic attack and shit, and it wasn't a good time. So afterwards, that shit affected me. Like, it affected me. I'm like, damn, like, I was vulnerable with somebody, and then that person's not my husband, like, or at least my boyfriend. Like, huh? What? And then I had to ask myself, well, did I really like him? Or did I like the ideal of him? Did I like what we could be? You know, did I like the idea of having my person? Or did I like him? So I had went over in my head like, okay, well, what did I like about him? Like, what did he do for me to make me be like, oh, I want this person to be my man? Because he was my man. Like, we went from dating to him being my man. So it wasn't like, I don't know, like, he was my man. So I had to ask myself, like, you sad about us not being together, but like, why? Like, dead ass, like, why? And I had to really talk about that with myself. Like, I really had to go over our experiences, not just who he was, because I only know what you show me, and I know kind of what I feel or what I can think, but that should get me in a lot of shit, because I could be seeing your pain, I could be seeing what you're going through or what you got going on, and that should have no. So it's kind of like I need to actually listen to what you're telling me. Listen to, like, actually listen to people, because that's what I did with Jonathan. I noticed that I didn't listen to him. He could be telling me what he want, what he need, who he is, and me, I would be reading into it like, well, you're like this because it is. This is just like this. Like, he would be so quiet, and I would be like, what you thinking about? Like, what's on your mind? And he could say nothing. And now that he passed away, it's kind of like, I don't know what that man was thinking about. Like, I don't know. He could have been thinking about going to the zoo. But in my mind, I was always thinking, damn, he's so depressed. Like, how do I fix this? How do I fix us? Like, what do we need to do? How do we make this better? Like, well, what if he wasn't even that depressed? Like, and I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you really have to listen to what a person is telling you instead of kind of coming up with your own delusions. And I was real delusional. So I dated him, and for a couple weeks, for a month, probably for longer than a month. Shit, goddamn. Because after a month or so, we got the messing around again. You know, so like, girl, bye. But it's just like, damn, like, I really needed that. Like, I needed to see, like, okay, I really am angry. You know, like, it wasn't just Jonathan. It's me. It don't got nothing to do with him. So then after dating him, it made me reassess who I was even before Jonathan. Like, in my past relationships, like with my baby daddy and my first love. And I'm like, damn, like, you angry. What's wrong? Like, what's wrong? So I'm like, wow, like, I don't want to be like this. Like, I want to be a person that I would want to date, right? So I'm like, I'm going to chill, because I think I wanted a relationship so bad that I was not really looking at the person. And no, like, I don't know. He a good man, but it just didn't work out. I don't, like, it just is what it is. But at the same time, like, well, after we was done talking, I'm like, shit, I don't really know why I wanted him to be my man. Like, I could see, like, why I wanted him to be my friend and why I wanted to get to know him. But I don't know what he was doing for me that made me want to cross that line and be like, oh, yeah, he could be a good man to me. Like, we didn't get that far. Right? All right, cool. So, let's fast forward. So now, I told myself, like, I don't want to date no more. So now I don't date, y'all. Like, I'm not dating. But yeah, I was just kind of like, I noticed that, like, I'm not ready, because when I date, after a week, I want to see you every day. After seeing you every day, after a month, I want to be your girlfriend, like, period. Like, what is dating? Like, we're together. And that's what I did with dudes. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm probably not ready. Like, I'm probably rushing things. Like, I need to give myself time to heal. So a couple months go by. We're in what now? April. I start being friends with a guy. Now, literally friends. And we kicking it. We smoking. We went on walks. And in my mind, I feel like, shit, after like probably like our fourth time seeing each other, I got to thinking in my head like, hmm, now this is something like, you know how you don't even know that you want something or need something until somebody is giving it to you? That's kind of what happened with dude. So literally, I guess because I wasn't in the space of dating and I just was looking for a friend, it was kind of like, well, I wasn't looking for nothing. That just kind of happened. But it was like I wasn't in a space of feeling like, oh, I gotta be like this or da, 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 da. So it was like immediately I could let my guard down. We could just talk, and that's my love language. Like just sitting up and talking. And me and this man could just sit up and talk for hours. Like when I say hours, hours. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool. Like you know, what if he gonna be my boyfriend? And that's where I was like 11. But that's where I was like, damn, bitch, now you doing too much. And I had to have that conversation like, you know, I think we should see each other a little bit less or whatever. We both kind of had the conversation. I'm like, shit, I think we should see each other a little bit less because feelings getting involved. And he was like, yeah, like we don't need to spend as long amount of times when we see each other. Like we don't need to spend a whole 6 hours together. Like that's, you know, like we both got shit to do. Let's kind of just chill. So we agreed to kind of just chill. But then it's kind of like, you introduced me to something. And now it don't feel like that no more. But whole time, it was like, I felt like in my mind, I was picking him apart. Like, as soon as I was like, well, what if this dude could be my boyfriend? Every time we hung out, it was like, we was getting into it. We was getting into it. When I say getting into it, he said he wasn't getting into it with me. He said he wasn't getting into it with me, but I was getting into it with him. So it's just like, damn. I had to take a step back. I had to text him like, matter of fact, I don't even think I texted him. I think we was in person. And I kind of just got out the car and was like, I don't want to do this no more. And no, we was on the phone. We was on FaceTime. And I was just kind of like, I feel like I'm just angry or upset, or like we keep getting into it. Like, I don't understand. We not even supposed to be affecting each other's lives like that, or I'm not affecting your life, so I don't really understand like how we getting into it. Like, I don't want that for me. I don't want that for myself. So the way that I came up with this topic was because, like, in my mind, I be picking this man apart, like, and we not even dating. Like, I feel like I don't know how to have just relationships with men, like just platonic relationships with men, because I always catch feelings. I don't know how to just let a man be good to me and not assume that we supposed to talk or be together or get the flirting with each other. Like, it don't always gotta be that. So now I'm in a space where it's like I'm trying to move towards like back where we was, like back where we started, like not having no feelings and like not getting into it with him. But every time we hang out, I feel like I need to pick him apart. Like, but they be valid things though. And that's why I'm doing this video. Like, because the things be valid. Like, the little things that I don't like, I speak on. Like, don't talk to me like that, or don't say this, or don't do that, or don't do that, da, da, da. And it's like, this man is so balanced to me. Like, all the green flags is just as much as all the red flags. So it's like, I posed the question. Now, this is not about him. This is about just in general. But I'm like, is there a perfect partner? That's the question. I know it took 14 minutes to get to the question, but is there a perfect partner because a part of me kind of feel like it is. Like, I don't know, y'all. When I think about my husband, it's like I could see him, like, not really, because if I could see him, girl, I'd go get him. But it's just like, dang, like, I just envision, like, what I want him to be like what I want him to act like, what I want him to smell like, what I want his energy to feel like what I want him to make me feel like. Like, I get this shit not gonna be perfect. I get that shit gonna be, like, rocky and we're gonna have hard times. But it's like, I want the total package. Like, I want my man to look good. I want the sex to be bomb. I want him to have a nice size package. I want him to be family oriented. I want him to love his parents. If he has parents. Oh, that sounds bad. But, like, you know. I want him to be a go-getter, be a hustler, be motivated, you know. But then I understand, like, it's not gonna always be like that. Like, you could have years where shit, I don't look good, I'm going bald, or the sex not good, we not having sex at all, I'm having financial problems, and da-da-da. So it's like, damn, like, maybe it's not a perfect partner. And maybe me nitpicking is me, like, sabotaging or being scared or running. But it's like, running from what? Bitch, this your friend. But even with the friendship, like, you can run away from a friendship. You can run away from a connection. Like, just because it's not a relationship, maybe I'm running. Because it's like, I'm scared of turning it into something that could potentially, like, get me hurt. You know, it's like I'm scared of something that hasn't really necessarily happened, or, yeah. I'm scared of the possibility of something happening, because I remember telling myself, like, the next dude I talk to, like, he's gonna be my husband. And then I end up talking to dude that didn't work out. And now it's just like, shit, I just want to be ready for love when it finds me. So it's like, I kind of want to stop dating, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm learning so much. Like, just like with the friend that I'm talking to now or whatever, it's just like, I really am just a dominating woman. Like, all around the board, in any way you could think of. I'm very dominating and intimidating. And I've realized, like, I don't want my man to be intimidated by me. Like, I don't want that. I want a man. Like, I want a man who's gonna be like, I can handle that. Like, no, like, don't get scared of me. You know, like, don't run from me, or, you know, like, don't try to walk on eggshells around me. Don't try to just give me my way. Like, either, you know, like, stand on shit, lead me. Like, have your own personality, have your own mindset, have your own way of thinking. Like, be willing to take a risk, be willing to tell me how you feeling without caring if what I'm gonna say back. Just tell me how you feel. Like, I feel like there is this perfect guy out there for me, like, who is going to love Kamaya, who's going to treat her like his own, who's probably, I ain't gonna lie, the man that I marry, I want him to know me before I know him. It don't gotta be like that, but and maybe that's just me, like, trying to have a security blanket, but it's just like a part of me for, like, I want him to know what he want when he come get me. Like, know what the fuck you getting into. Like, be willing to learn me, be willing to see me, you know, because I'm gonna see you first. I'm gonna see you. But a lot of times, even when I see people, I still don't listen. Like I said earlier, like, I still try to create my own version of them. And I guess being in my era where I'm just dating is kind of teaching me that, like, you really gotta love people for who they are. You really gotta like people and just enjoy people for, like, who they are, what they are. Like, First dude, I was kind of mad at him when he was kind of like, he told me, like, I'm not ready for a relationship right now. And I had to step back because it's like, well, shit, I am. Like, and me dating you or being vulnerable with you, like, that's going to kind of keep me away from other people. Because I'm not just going to freely give my energy out to everybody. And that's one thing I think people don't really realize. Like, there are phases to dating, to being in a relationship, to being friends. And we are human beings. Like, we grow, we change, we evolve. So nothing is going to stay the same, you know? So it's kind of like, I'm also learning to, like, to be patient, but to honor my feelings when they do change, or when they move, or when things are no longer working for me. Like, I'm learning to not be desperate, you know? Like, I'm learning my worth as a woman. Like, I'm learning how to walk away, how to not get so attached, how to just enjoy dating, how to not be that woman who, I don't ask for nothing. Like, I don't ask nigga for nothing. No, I'm asking for everything. Yeah, can you do this for me? Can you do this? Can you make this happen? Can you do that? And I'm not letting people judge me anymore, especially men. Yeah, I feel like majority of my life, I grew up feeling like I wasn't enough while my daddy not around. My daddy was around, but like, I just want to say that. My daddy was around, but it was just like, I grew up judging myself based off a man right off the back. And then it went from my daddy to my relationships. And I feel like dating is just making me pay attention to me more. Like, I'm enough. Like, talking to the dude I'm talking to now, being just his friend, is showing me that, like, it don't matter what you're going through. Like, it's people who gonna show up. It's people who gonna come when you call. It's people who gonna love you no matter what. And I'm not saying love like that, but just love you like how God loves you. Like, be there for you, show up for you. And you kind of just gotta trust it. Like, as soon as my mind went to dating dude, I'm like, damn, like, what if his intentions not pure? What if he don't really like all this shit that we doing, but he just was watching my story, he saw that I like this shit, so now he coming up with shit to do? Like, what if this, what if that? And it's like, shit, what if? What's the worst that can happen? Like, I done been played before, or I done had a friend turn into a relationship that shit didn't work, or I done lost a nigga before. Like, at the end of the day, shit happens. And I think that we take everything so serious, and relationships and love and all that shit is serious, because a sneaky link can turn into an abusive relationship real fast, you know? So it is something you need to take serious. Like, at the same time, I feel like everything in my life is so serious, everything in my life is so heavy, that learning myself through other connections, even through like certain girlfriends that I'm like meeting and like getting to know, and kind of learning to like set boundaries, learning like what's the perfect friend, you know? Because I feel like it's a friend out there who's going to be like me, but also opposite of me, who's going to balance me out, but also somebody who needs me, or somebody who I can not need, but rely on, and they can rely on me. Like, if they need me for something, I'm not just broke all the time. I'm not just the broke friend, or, you know, like, I got it. I'm not just always a friend who on a bus. Like, I got a car, I can go pick your kids up too, or, you know, I can do this for you, I can do that for you, and they can do the same for me. Oh, okay, you need a ride? You don't gotta feel like, oh, you gotta bring food, or you gotta bring a blunt, or you gotta do this, or you gotta have money every time we go out, or you gotta do, or you can't bring Kamaya. Like, I feel like it's a perfect friend out there for me. But then it's like, bitch, you ain't perfect. So, like, how can you expect that? I don't know. I think the word perfect is an imperfect word, because even if it's not perfect to somebody else, it could be perfect to me. Like, even the way we bicker, or the way we fight, I want it to be perfect. Like, me and whoever out there for me, I want him to just kind of like sometimes let me get my shit off. Like, let me just talk my shit. And then that's one of the things I respected so much about the dude that's my friend. Like, I could snap on him and he'll just FaceTime me later. Like, you alright? You good? Like, okay. And that's a good and a bad thing. But at the same time, it'd be like, sometimes I need that. Like, don't hold it against me that I just snap the fuck out. You know? Call me out on my bullshit. Make me be accountable. But at the same time, sometimes I need to just get my shit off. Like, I want friends who understand. I want friends who don't take it personal when I don't text back or I'm gone for a month or... But at the same time, that's perfect for me. Right? Even when they snap on me, like, shit. I appreciate the fact they're perfect because they're taking the time to argue with me. Somebody like me, they just block you. I'm that friend. I'm not gonna argue with you. Girl, I will block you. Because my arguing turn into fighting. So I don't argue. I don't argue with females. Because I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight you. I really don't like arguing with niggas because I'm going to fight them too. That's what I'm realizing. That's why I don't need to date right now. I just need to chill and kick it because, girl. Yeah, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave some comments down below. Share your experience. Do y'all believe that there is a perfect partner out there or a perfect friend out there? The perfect family, the perfect dream. Like, can you have it all? Is it possible? I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Share this video on all your social medias. And I am out of here, guys.